Hey everyone, this is Jordan here at Totally Board, and today I want to talk about my top 7 resources that all board gamers should know about. Number 1 is BoardGameGeek. Now, if you've ever played board games, there's a good chance that you already know what this is, or you may have been on the website and didn't even know it. But if you're unfamiliar with BoardGameGeek, it is basically a website that combines Rotten Tomatoes / IMDb and Reddit, takes all of the best features, and it makes it all about board games. Now, this website is great for so many reasons, but the thing I like about it most is whenever you go to a game's page, you're going to be presented with a lot of really useful information. You're going to see a game description, you're going to see the average playtime, you're going to see the player count, as well as the ideal player count. You know, a lot of board games may support 1 to 6 players, but really only play well from 1 to 4, for example. So that's a really helpful piece of information to have. You're also going to see things like a complexity rating as well as an overall rating from 1 to 10. On this website, anything above a 7 is really good, but that's not to say everything below a 7 is bad necessarily. An important thing to note though is the community at BoardGameGeek is amazing, but they mostly comprise of people who have been in the hobby for a long time. So most of the games that you see that are very highly rated, like in the top 100 for example, are typically going to be games that are more complex and heavier weighted. Another reason I love BoardGameGeek is the forums and the community. You can go to any game you want and it's going to have a game-specific forum for that. You can get help with rule clarification, or you can just nerd out about the game that you like. Lastly, you can use BoardGameGeek for the geek market. Now, this is basically a store where users on the site are selling their new or used games, and it's a good way to find some really good deals on games. Now, when I first got into board gaming, and I think it's a common misconception overall, a lot of people think you have to spend a ton of money to get started in the hobby and have this giant collection so you can have all these games to play. But in reality, you can play a ton of really good games without ever spending any money. Now, I've been doing Facebook groups and meetups for about a month now, and I've been going to a meetup every single week. So it's been such a good opportunity to link up with people who are passionate about board games. It gives you an opportunity to play a lot of games that you may not normally get a chance to play, and you can do it without spending any money at all. There are several ways to play board games digitally, but my personal favorite is BoardGameArena. BoardGameArena is a website that has a huge variety of board games, and it is free to create an account, and you get access to a good chunk of their games. You can pay $30 a year for their subscription, and if you do that, you get access to the entire library. The cool thing about that is if you have the subscription and you want to get a game night going, your friends create an account, only one person needs that premium subscription, and everyone in the group gets access to all of the games in the library. Yukata.de is also a really good website. The library is going to be quite a bit smaller than BGA, but it is free and there's not going to be any ads or anything like that. And it does have a few classics like the Castles of Burgundy, for example. The third option is Tabletop Simulator on Steam, which is a really good option. I think thematically it's probably the best one because you're actually in like a 3D world, you're sitting at a table, and it's really cool. I like that aspect of it. You can also mod in a ton of games from the Steam Workshop for free, so I think that's awesome as well. The main reason I prefer BoardGameArena over this is kind of that first reason I explained about the rules. There have been several instances where I play a game in real life and I think I know it, but then I go to BoardGameArena, I play it, and I've learned I've been playing some of the rules incorrectly. So that's why I prefer it, but all 3 of those are excellent examples and all deserve to be shout out. Number 4 is BoardGameOracle. Now, BoardGameOracle is a website that takes information from all over the internet and from all different retailers, and it's going to show you which place has the game you're looking up for the cheapest price. Ever since I learned about this, it is the very first place I check when I'm looking to shop around. It is incredibly useful, and it has some really helpful search tools, so you can filter by BoardGameGeek's top 100, for example, and it's going to show you all of the great deals on games that are in BoardGameGeek's top 100 list. So this is a source that I didn't really think to check when I first got into board games, but you'd be surprised how many libraries carry a really good selection of board games. It's a good way to support your local library, but also get access to a large selection of games that you can play for free. Number 6 is Reddit. So Reddit has a few different subreddits that I like to check out pretty often. The first being our board games. This is going to have a lot of really helpful threads like daily recommendation threads. You're going to find news and articles about new and upcoming games. And it's a really good way to get rule clarifications if you are confused on a specific rule in a game you are playing. The second one is our board game deals, and as the name suggests, this is a subreddit exclusively for posting board game deals. I typically prefer BoardGameOracle when I'm searching around, but this is still a good place to get live updates on current deals and upcoming sales. Last but not least goes to Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is kind of like a flea market. You kind of have to search a little bit, but I have found some insane deals on Facebook Marketplace for board games. The most recent one was Under Falling Skies, which I think retails for $30 or $40, and I got it for $10 brand new in the shrink. I've also seen crazy stuff like Gloomhaven, which normally costs I think around $150, brand new for $40. So you do have to search around your local area, but you can strike gold pretty often, and it is a wonderful source to check for games being sold in your local area. And that's it. Those are the top 7 resources that I think all board gamers, both new and vets, should know about. If you guys like this video, give me a like and a subscribe. And if you hate this, feel free to roast me in the comments and tell me what you hate about me. This is Jordan here at Totally Board. See you next time.